So I've been playing on the same settings ever since Early Access released about a year ago. Haven't changed too much. They've added some new ones since then, so big drop landing, auto reverts, late tricks. Other than that, everything's always pretty much the same. Got manual catch, manual board control, input speed, flip continuous doesn't matter if this is on manual, scoop speed is on speed, pop height is unique, and late tricks are on. For grinds, casual grinds off, auto grinds off, full release is always on, and trick relative input is on. Reverts enabled for both the ground and the landing. Sensitivity all the way up for some reason. I don't know, I like it. And auto reverts off. Body rotation on pressure instead of speed or timed. Get a little bit more control with pressure. Left and right foot, regular stance. So these hardcore settings have been really good for me, and I haven't thought about changing them too much until recently. I just started to mess around with some of the settings, and I found one setting that just made everything so much better. Ooh, that was nice. All right, so the setting that I wanted to change is in grinds. And it doesn't just affect grinds, it can affect your flip tricks too. So I always play on full release. Full release is when, let me go somewhere to demonstrate. Actually, I'm gonna go all the way back to where I was, because this rail is pretty good for what I want to do. So a full release is on. For a grind, you would pop and then let go of the inputs, but then re-input for whatever grind you want. So if I wanted to back over crook, so what I did was when I popped, I let go of both the sticks, I didn't hold them, and then I re-input where I wanted to go to tell my foot, hey, go over here. Oh, he tried to do a late flip. Which for the longest time just kind of made sense for the game, but when I really started to think about it, I'm like, in real life, if I'm going for something like a nose slide, the entire time, my front foot knows where it's gonna go. So like when I pop, you kind of like stop and you're in the ollie, and then it's like last second, oh, I want it to go over here. But in reality, as soon as you pop, you're already turning your body to get into the nose slide. You're not gonna like turn it late like this, because you know which trick you're going for, so you know where that front foot's gotta be and when. You don't decide here. Now if I turn this on to no release, you don't have to release the stick at all. You actually just like shift it over to where you want it to go. So now this becomes a lot more realistic. I'm turning as I'm popping up, as you normally would. See, I'm not making a last second decision, whereas in the other one, I would have been starting the turn maybe around here. But by this point, I'm already almost there. So I'm gonna go for a backsmith and no release. Let's see how that feels. That actually felt so much better than the other setting. Like usually for the other setting, I would kind of go a little bit further out. Like the front trucks would be a lot further away from the rail. But this one's like right next to the rail as if you were to do it in real life. And sometimes your foot does hit the rail. But yeah, this backsmith just felt so much more natural to do. Let's see the difference if I turn this back to full release. And I'll just see what kind of result I get here. Okay, so I got a pretty similar result. Still a really solid backsmith. I've had an entire year to get used to full release mode, so it's no wonder that I got backsmith so easily. And see, with full release on, I can't do the same kind of like turn as I can with no release on. So like you can see my skater doesn't move left or right with the front foot when I hold up and go left or right. Same with the back foot, doesn't go anywhere. But turning it back on to no release, you can actually control your feet a lot more. You have a lot more control right off the pop instead of later. It's just a lot smoother to get into the tricks. I feel like it's a lot easier to get into whatever slide or grind you want. I mean, you can also still just like do full release even if no release is on, you'll get the same result. Even nose blunts are a little bit easier to get in. Hang on, let's switch it back to full release. So yeah, I still get the same result, but it's like double clicking it. But for this one, you kind of have to like double press. All right, I'm gonna switch it back to no release. I feel like you get, oh, I hit a crack there. I feel like you get the same result as if you were to ollie and turn the trigger at the same time. That's the kind of result that you're getting, but it's all in one stick. Yeah, so it gives me the same kind of feeling as if I was to do the rotation with the trigger and do it like that. Damn cracks. Avoid crack. Oh, it went over it. So like the whole time for this trick, you know that you're gonna rotate your body into a tail slide. So you know you pretty much have to do a back heel and then catch it and land in the tail slide. So if we go on full release and don't use the trigger, we'll see what happens here. So, all right, right there, pretty good example. Does a straight heel flip and has to wait until it's caught to be able to start to rotate. You can still get the exact same effect, though, if you were to just rotate in with the trigger. You get the same thing. So that was just for grinds. This also affects flip tricks, too. So right now, I'm still on full release. Let's do a hard flip. I'll turn this back to no release. So I can do a straight hard flip just the same as before, but I can also do this now. I can kind of give it like a little tiny tweak if I just like move the sticks back the other direction and then back. So I can add a little bit of style to my tricks just kind of by moving my back foot. Dude, that's a lot different than just a straight hard flip. I can add a little bit of tweak to it. It's good for just like adding tweak to your ollies too to try to get over something. I think I'm sticking with this setting. It feels so much better. There are a couple glitches, though, that I realized, and I don't think people have actually reported it. So I did bring it up to the devs. So one of the glitches, if you try to do a 3 flip and then hold the direction, he kind of just jumps off. That's not the case for every trick. So far, it seems like it's... Oh, my hard flip back tails look good. Hard flip back tail is pretty much looking how I would do it on full release. Whoa. That was an interesting inward heel. And then that's how you would do it normally. So yeah, no release gives you a lot more control over your feet. Oh, wow. Ooh. Nice. I feel like you have a lot more control too on like how much you turn your board. 'Cause like I can make like fine adjustments in the air. So if I ollie straight, you ollie straight, but I can turn them just a little bit. Whereas with full release on, so like if I wanted to turn them a little bit afterwards in the air, you kind of run the risk of doing a late flip or sometimes an ollie north. So you can get the same result, but sometimes it's a little bit risky because that could happen. I feel like you just got to be more careful on full release. Oh! You could definitely add a lot more style using this. I was just surprised how smooth that was for first try. Oh! Not the greatest back tail, but I mean, I still got it. So go ahead and try out these settings. Let me know how you like them in the comments below. I think from now on, I'm going to start using no release instead of full release, so we'll see how my tricks turn out. If you guys want to know what each individual setting changes in the game, I have a tutorial that explains literally everything that you need to know about this. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep up with any more session content, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, this is Jail Nightmare. You'll see me in the next video.